Hey guys, welcome back to our channel Humpty Dumpty 2. I hope you all are doing well. So guys, thank you so much for your amazing response on our last video where we disclosed to you guys that we have come back to India and we had to leave Canada. You guys have shown so much support, and you sent out such warm wishes to us on video comments and even so many messages on Instagram. It was so nice to see that, and we felt so blessed that we have support from all of you guys, and you guys are there with us, and you guys were able to understand the situation. Most importantly, that was the purpose behind sharing the video, that things in Canada are not that rosy for everyone, and everyone has a different experience and everyone has a different story altogether. I'm so glad that you guys came up and sent out so many messages. Actually, I've been flooded with messages, the video comments, and even on Instagram. I'm really thankful to you guys for extending your support. That really means a lot to us, and I'm saying this directly from my heart. On the other hand, there were a few people, which I understand completely. They had a few questions, and they even said that you did not take the right decision. You came back, you could have taken a reference from other people's journey. It was not the right thing to come back, and maybe it was not the right decision. I'm completely fine with your point, guys, but please understand, every individual has a unique story, or I can say every new immigrant who immigrates to a new country altogether is going to have a different story, a unique story altogether. There are many people who would have found jobs in a month, but there are many others who really wait for a lot of months to finally land at a job, which is not even the job that they look at, but just to survive and make the stay easier in Canada, people opt for those jobs and go ahead with their settlement. But yeah, that's fine, because whenever you're moving to a new country altogether, one has to be prepared completely to take the risk and give initial few months, I can say maybe a year, to settle in and try out new things, so that you can just carve out a life for your own self. But just to highlight, like I said, everybody has a unique story, and this was our story that we shared, and this story actually depends on a lot of criteria which varies with a lot of people. So criteria can be what debts you have, how much savings you have, how is your financial stability, what skill set are you working in, and it's going to be different with every individual. Even we have so many friends who moved to Canada, and they struggled for a lot of months, I can say 6 to 9 months easily, to finally land a job which was quite decent enough. Not saying that they found a perfect job, which actually is difficult in Canada, because Canada gives preference to people who have Canadian experience already, but then finding a good job or decent job that they can get started with, even if it is contract or permanent. But there are many others who found their job within a month as well, so that depends completely on the skill set and a lot of things actually. So there's one disclaimer I want to say here is, this is our story, this is our experience, so just don't be disheartened looking at this experience. In your case, you might have a better experience, or things might work really wonders for you. You never know, right? That also depends on the timing of your landing, what timing you're landing, and what time of the year is it, and how's the demand of jobs in the market during that time. And particularly last year, it was all COVID, so not blaming on the jobs, but the scenario was the same due to pandemic. There are many questions, common questions which are asked by a lot of you guys, so I have collated them, and I have some top questions which I will be addressing in this video. And also, many of you asked us what is our profile in IT that we are working in, and I'm going to tell about that as well in one of the queries in this video, so keep watching. People say that why did you come so early, you should have tried for a year or something. So guys, initially when we planned our travel, we were sure that we want to land for a few months, see how things work out, and maybe give it a try, and let's see how are we able to fetch a job. It was good that we had good relationships with our management here in India, and we had already disclosed to them last year that we have aspirations to move to Canada and settle in there in our future. So that's why we took this step to land for a few months. And also there's one one thing, guys. We have a loan on us for which we are paying monthly EMI. Of course, moving to Canada doing survival jobs is fine, but then if you have a loan already in India and you move to a new country altogether, doing survival jobs, managing both of things is really not easy. So that's how we planned it, and we did not want to take risk and have more debt on us leaving both the jobs, and we targeted that at least if one of us is able to fetch a job, then we are sorted. Next question is, did you guys try out for jobs in other provinces other than Ontario? So we did try out looking for opportunities where we could crack an interview in another province as well, even though our heart was more towards finding a job in Toronto itself, and we wanted to stay in a place where there were more opportunities related to our skill set, as it is an IT hub. So that's the reason we wanted, and we prefer Toronto because we had a few friends and relatives here. But we did try out for jobs in other provinces. Even we tried out in Nova Scotia and Newfoundland and all of that, just to give it a try how things work out. But just to tell you guys, there are not a lot of jobs in those provinces as well. I think more jobs that we were able to find, which were open or where we applied, were more in Ontario, and there were few in British Columbia and Vancouver, all of those areas, and there were few in Quebec as well. But then Quebec asks for French as well because it's a bilingual province, so they prefer people who know French. But in our case, we did not know French, so most of the jobs that we looked at in Quebec got ruled out because they had an important criteria that they're looking for somebody who knows French already. You should have tried doing survival jobs. Yes, I agree with your point that survival jobs make your stay easier, as you're able to manage your expenses more comfortably and it doesn't get really heavy on your head. But in our case, like I said, we planned our travel in such a way that we were here for a few months, and the plan was more to find a job, because how it works here in Canada is people work on networking, and more the connections you have, more you get in touch with people, it's easier for you to find a job. So that's how the market works here in Canada. That's the reason we did not want to take up survival jobs during the day, because that was the time we were trying to reach out to people and making more connections on LinkedIn and through our company portals as well. That is the time when people work, right, 8 to 5 or 9 to 6. And also due to the strict lockdowns getting imposed and strict measures being taken due to spread of COVID and new strand, there were not many survival jobs as well during that time, and more and so which were available were mostly field job or warehouse job, things like that. So this is the true story. This is what we did. There's no painting the picture for you guys and telling you that we did survival jobs, and we don't want to do that. So what we did, I'm just telling you the truth. That's how we planned it, and that's how we went ahead with it, because we had savings for a few months to survive, and we did that and we were good to go. But then in the end, when we felt that savings were getting consumed and nothing is really working out, and the holiday season is approaching, and many of the recruiters even said and told us that right now things might not work out for you guys. It's better that if you try again in March, April, things might be better during that time. So that's the reason we took this step and booked our tickets and came back. But it's good that during the months that we stayed there, we built a good network, and now we know a lot of people whom we can contact directly. Just send them a message, and I hope if there's an opening, then they can consider our profile, maybe arrange for an interview at least. Next question, which is again a very common question. Many people said that we are ourselves from IT background and we are planning our travel in April, March or May 2021, and they're scared looking at our story. So guys, I want to tell you that, like I said, it's a disclaimer. It's our story. Don't take it as single point that it's going to happen with everyone. No, it's not that. Like I said, every new immigrant has his or her own story or experience in Canada or any other new country that they move to. So this is our experience. Maybe on our skill set the jobs were not there, and you're working on some other skill set which are high in demand, and maybe you will be able to crack a job really soon. A lot of people have done that as well. Don't get disheartened by our story. It's just that you can take reference from this, that something like this can also happen with people, but you should not stop your process or delay your process just because it happened with us. Things might be even better for you, or maybe you land and you will be able to crack a job in a week, or maybe you might be able to crack a job from India as well, because there are people who were able to find a job while they were in India, and I'm talking about in 2020 they were able to do that. So it's not the end of the story, it's just one story that I have shared with you guys. Now next question is, what is your profile in IT sector? So guys, my husband is into analytics and BI reporting in IT, and I'm into digital transformation, which is majorly related to intelligent automation, robotic process automation, into IT landscape, doing digital transformation for clients. So I'm into that. Next question is, how did you arrange for a Canadian phone number or a SIM card? So guys, getting a Canadian phone number or SIM card is pretty easy. When you land in Canada, at the airport itself, you will find counters. So I think we saw one counter for Chatter, where you can buy the SIM and do a top up on the SIM card, and you can use it during your stay. But in our case, we ordered our SIM online, so there was this facility where we could place an order for a free SIM. So SIM card got delivered to our address, our Airbnb, and we did a top up on that. Because we were applying for jobs actively, it was very important that we had that Canadian number so that we could put it on our resume or profile, and it was easy for the recruiter to contact us. There's one more option that you can get a free Canadian number on this app called TextNow. We did that as well. We had one Canadian SIM card which both of us used, so we used the same number on both our profiles, and the other number was TextNow number. Now the drawback with TextNow number is it only works when you have internet connection. So if you have to step out for some grocery, or maybe if you're going out somewhere, then if somebody tries to contact you on that number, the number will not be reachable if your internet is not working. So that's the reason we did not prefer that TextNow number, and we went ahead with the Canadian SIM card that we got from Toronto itself. Did you guys receive your PR cards? Yes, we got our PR cards. These days, PR cards are getting rolled out really early, and you will be able to receive it in 2 to 3 months. That happens with most of the cases. Once you receive your PR card, then you are a permanent resident there, and you are free to travel anytime in any province that you want. After receiving your PR, since you've moved back to India, will your citizenship be impacted? So guys, once you receive your PR cards, then it is valid for next 5 years, and in next 5 years I think you have to stay for some 700 something days in Canada so that your PR card stays valid. So yeah, that's the criteria. You don't lose your citizenship. I mean, it's not a citizenship. You don't lose your PR permanent resident status at all. So yeah guys, these are the top questions, the most common questions that I received on video comments and on Instagram, and I wanted to address in this video. Just one disclaimer again here, this is not the end of the story. This is what we planned for ourselves, and we are completely responsible for our decision, and this is how we wanted to take it further. It's not that life is ending here for us, and we will never be able to go back to Canada and never be able to find a job. We could have stayed there for a few more months. It's, I think, personal decision. Then I'm sure we're going to go back, but we have to figure out how we plan things. So we are working on that right now, and like I said, this is not the end of the story. It's a part of the story, and there's a full story ahead for us, and a full life ahead for us, right? And we really feel blessed that we have support from you guys, and thanks for supporting this channel and showing your love. And you will see more and more videos coming in future. I'm planning something more which will be coming in future videos. I'm working on that, which surely will be helpful to a lot of immigrants who are planning to travel to Canada really soon, or are in the process of receiving their IT or co-PR. So keep checking out this channel, subscribe to the channel if you think the videos are making meaning to you guys, and do press the like button if you found this video helpful again. And like I say always, you can visit us on Instagram at Humpty02Dumpty. We are quite active there. You can come visit our page, maybe drop a comment, or drop a message for us. We would love to see that. I'll be signing off for now. I'll see you in my next video guys. Till then, you take care. Goodbye.